Hey guys, it's Christine, also known as IvyWinter. Thank you for joining me for another Disney video. Today, I'm going to do my review of Tiffins. So, if you watched my Animal Kingdom vlog, you'll see that I went to Tiffins. So, I actually had this meal solo and was excited to eat there. I feel like it's one of those restaurants I've wanted to go to for several trips now. And I never had the chance to because, well, one, it's expensive. I'm gonna put that out there. And it's hard to convince other people to go when you're going to be spending quite a bit of money, and I totally understand that everyone has their own budgets and ideas of like how much they want to spend in their day, and it's a little bit different, especially when I'm someone going on vacation, whereas I save up money to kind of have those sorts of meals, whereas a lot of my friends that are local who I might meet up with, for them, it's not totally worth it. It's not like a vacation experience, and so they aren't necessarily looking at it as that sort of luxury. And even then, it's just a matter of like never being able to fit it into my schedule. But I did a full day at Animal Kingdom recently and was able to fit it in for lunch. So you might have seen some quick footage there in that vlog if you watched it. If you didn't, we'll throw it in here as well so you can see exactly what I had as I talk through it. Now, this is one of the more expensive restaurants in Animal Kingdom. In fact, I think I'm pretty correct if I stand to say it is the most expensive restaurant in Animal Kingdom. It is definitely a pricier experience, a sit-down experience. First thing I want to say is that I really love the design of this place. Each room is reflective of different places and has different things from those places. The room that I was in was reflective of Africa. They mention this as you walk in. They kind of explain the room that you're going to be in, what the inspiration was for it. And really the whole idea and design behind it from the Imagineers, specifically Joe Rohde, was to kind of reflect the things that they encountered on their travels, especially when they were traveling around studying things for Animal Kingdom, but even beyond in their own personal adventures. So you can kind of see that reflected throughout the restaurant. Now, my reservation was a little after 1 o'clock, and the restaurant was fairly quiet. The room that I was in was about 3/4 full. There was definitely some empty tables, which was nice. It was a nice reprieve from how busy it was out in the parks, and it was a busy day, at least up until that point in the day. So it was really nice to feel more secluded and like I was in a quieter location. And I was not the only solo diner, which was heartening to see. I was sat down in an area that had like 3 tables, and I was at the furthest one, and on the other furthest one was a woman dining by herself, enjoying a glass of wine and some food and reading. And I was like, kudos to you, lady, because I'm doing the same thing. And honestly, it kind of made me feel that much more comfortable because I realized like, okay, this is definitely a restaurant that solo diners go to, and the servers are going to have experience with that, so it's not gonna be weird. So I felt very welcome as soon as I came in, despite being one person. My waiter was incredibly attentive, very kind, great about answering questions on the menu, just really, really wonderful to talk to. Sometimes I feel like all Disney waiters, for the most part, in my experience, have been nice. I know we don't all have the same experiences. Fortunately, I've never had a poor one. You have a variety of people who kind of like get the job done, and then people who really make you feel warm and welcome. And I really felt that way in this restaurant. Like, I don't know, he was just really nice and like really good about recommending things on the menu, and I don't know, had a good vibe with that. Got the Tiffins salad, which is $12. I'm gonna read the description off the menu. It is avocado, tomato, roasted sweet corn, queso fresco, and buttermilk dressing. It was a smaller portion, beautifully displayed, really good. I liked it a lot. It was absolutely delicious. It was like the perfect starter. I'm a person who normally doesn't like to do appetizers too much because I worry that I'm gonna fill up before my main meal. But the way that these appetizers and entrees are done is that they're just not the typical too huge portion that you might see at a lot of other places. Now, for some people, that's a downside. You're gonna say, well, it's expensive and I'm not getting a lot of food for my money. But for me, I feel like it was kind of the perfect amount of food and didn't make me feel like I was overeating or they had given me too much or anything like that. On top of that, the bread that they just give you was phenomenal. It had like a little bit of a sweetness to it. And the dipping sauce was really good. It had a little bit of a kick, and the waiter warned me. I guess some people probably haven't and like aren't expecting that. No, it was so good. Like, I normally can't handle too spicy, and it wasn't too spicy. It was just like the perfect amount of kick. This sweet bread and this spicy sauce, it was delicious. I had to do everything in my power to not eat the entire thing. That bread alone was like totally worth it. Now, I like sweeter cocktails, and I asked the waiter what he recommended, and he did say the most popular one was Jen's Tattoo. That's what it's called, Jen's Tattoo. It is Kettle One vodka, watermelon, hibiscus, and lime juice. He also recommended the Lamu libation, but that had something like 4 different kinds of alcohol, and I was not having that in the middle of the day. Not when I knew I was still doing other rides. Like, maybe if I was just like chilling Animal Kingdom all day, not doing much, fine. But I decided to go with the drink with the one kind of liquor in it, and it was delicious. If you like watermelon, you're gonna really like this cocktail. It was really, really good. Again, beautifully done. Just like everything at this restaurant just looks gorgeous. For my main, I had the market fish, and off the top of my head, I can't remember what I think it was halibut. Obviously it depends on like what they have for the day. Now I need to go back to my video and find out what it was. But it came with fingerling potatoes, onion jam, slaw, and cilantro chutney. Again, smaller portions. This isn't huge. It's also lunch, so I'm not sure if dinner is bigger. But again, it was perfect for me. I didn't want a heavy meal in the middle of the day. When I knew I was gonna be doing a lot more, you know, go, 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 I didn't want to feel slowed down or like, bleh, which, you know, sometimes the meals at Disney can make you feel like it's sitting like a brick in your stomach. That's not what I wanted. So this was perfect. It was absolutely delicious. Just, again, the way that it looks on the plate is gorgeous, and it was really, really cooked to perfection. Now, I hemmed and hawed over dessert, but I decided to pass on it because, again, I wasn't looking to like overfill. And also, like we said 1,000 times, this is an expensive restaurant. When all is said and done, I'm pretty sure with tip, I paid about $85 just for myself for an appetizer, drink, entree, and then tip. So definitely not cheap. If you're treating yourself as a solo diner, or maybe going for a nice meal with a significant other, or even if you just want to treat the family, I think it was a really, really wonderful meal. And again, I always like to preface that I come from New York City, where we do have a lot of very expensive meals, and you know, that's kind of the thing here. And sometimes I've had really expensive meals in the city and been like, this is not worth it. I did not feel that way about Tiffins. It really was delicious. And I feel like, even though $85 might sound like astronomical to somebody for lunch, I think if you're gonna treat yourself, if you're gonna do one meal that's like a real treat yourself sort of thing and is a little bit different and eclectic, Tiffins is the way to go. It was really good, and it wasn't just the food, it was the atmosphere, it was the service. I'm really, really a big fan. Next time I would like to check out the lounge where you can just get like little bites and the drinks, the Nomad Lounge. Man, what a great little hideaway restaurant that really kind of took me away from all of the crowds and just gave me a great experience. And as a solo diner, like I said, I felt like I was just treated lovely, and I was clearly not the only one there by myself. So I highly recommend it if you were dining solo. You're not gonna feel weird at all. Like, of all of the restaurants that I've dined in alone, I feel like that was the one where there was a least amount of like anxiety about it. So Tiffins gets high marks from me, 100%. All the way through, everything I had was delicious and wonderful, and if you're gonna treat yourself, definitely go there. I would like to know in the comments below, have you eaten at Tiffins or at the Nomad Lounge? What was your experience? What did you order? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know. If you like this video, then like it. If you like me, you should subscribe. I make videos every single week. I have lots to come with thoughts about things from the recent trip, and then lots to come as we head into 2020. Actually, this might be out in 2020, so maybe we're already there, guys. Maybe future me is there. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great rest of the day. Bye.